YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, and tonight I'm going to be talking to you about how you can get rich as Kholek. Yes, you can use a Chaos Lord and earn a ton of money in campaign. This was something that never seemed like it was really possible in Warhammer 2 because the Chaos mechanics were just awful, especially when it came to money. But before we do that, before I show you a get-rich-quick scheme, you're going to need to sit through this. This is another way that you can make a lot of money as Chaos, which is beating the ever-loving crap out of your enemies. I was attacked. Here I am, just an innocent Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, traveling through my own territory when out of nowhere these aggressive, war-loving dwarves come into the peaceful realm of Chaos and start stirring up trouble. So here we go. We got to kill a bunch of Dawi. Let's get them. All right, I'm ready to get the battle started. There's going to be 2 stacks of Dawi, and as I expected, they have deployed way back in their deployment zone, and Chaos is not fast. Fast is just not something that we do. I'm going to have to move up my cannon to get in range. Hoping maybe I can get in range of their army. Wondering... I think I'm going to march my infantry straight at them, and then I'm going to take this group of monsters and stuff and actually swing around this side. They should be just a little faster. Not the giant, though. The giant's still terribly slow. Let's go ahead and send him this way. And I'll take Kholek this way as well. Yeah, so my army is going to be really slow. Except for these demonettes. They're like the only fast unit here. Slaaneshi's amongst the slow. We got some Chosen. I've got I think 3 Chosen with great weapons. Yeah, I've got the Demon Spew, a Warrior of Tzeentch with Halberd, a Mirror Guard, a Khorne Warrior with dual weapons. So just kind of mixing up some different units here for fun with the army, just kind of trying things out, seeing what I like most. I'm gonna move this Hell Cannon up here and then start taking shots into those hammers. Unfortunately, my army is so slow. We're not going to arrive before their reinforcements do. Oh my gosh, the slow is so real. We're going to have to park right outside of range on that organ gun. My army is just brutally slow. Oh, we got their attention though, at least. And my Hell Cannon can open fire now. Enemy ran away. That sounds just like them. Now they're gonna, I think they'll probably start to do a whole bunch of reforming here momentarily whenever their reinforcements arrive. One of these makes me move faster, right? Come on, get up here. Slow Hell Cannon up here. I want to take a pot shot into those Iron Breakers real quick. Sometimes doing manual shots with the Hell Cannon is a great way to get some pretty obscene value. Trying to hold back just outside of range. There's a flame cannon and an organ gun, which are going to cause us pretty significant damage. There we go. Got a good hit on those Iron Breakers. Alright, here comes the reinforcements. Oh, our giant's still marching right up there all by his lonesome. Okay, we'll use our Hell Cannon to try and make up some ground. It sometimes does really good, and then other times it's just really bad. When you use it, it is, of course, very good. Sometimes, when you let the computer shoot it, it does good, and other times it just does not. Throw up. Not quite. It's a little bit low on my shot. It's still quite a long ways out of range. Let's go ahead and keep moving up. Got another. Make it move a bit faster. Okay, so they are moving up. They've got a ton of forces. I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling my monsters this way. Some of my units are just brutally slow.
Followers of Chaos, warriors of Tzeentch, in search of sensation.
We're gonna have to just push up. And Bilious, you too. Okay, all my infantry's pushing in. Would say slow wins the race, but it doesn't. That's just an old fairy tale, folks.
Chaos Sorcerer.
I'm gonna get Kholek in here onto the flame cannon, along with some of his Dragon Ogres, it wasn't letting me select them for some reason. Let's get in here. Their Iron Breakers did not get any shots. I see more artillery open back here. Try and scoot over. They've got a big blob going on. Ooh, that was a nice shot from the Hell Cannon. Okay, yeah, that's a problem. They've got Iron Drakes going. Let's go in here and get after the Trollhammer torpedoes and start moving in.
Exalted hero. Chaos is magic.
Alright, excellent. Flame Cannon's gone, so forget it. Move on to the next target. Trollhammers are going down. Get into these guns. Oof, my Chaos Warriors of Khorne with dual weapons are actually getting crapped on at the moment. Wonder if I can bail them out real quick. Well, I don't want to leave those Trollhammers completely alone. Alright, let's get our Hell Cannon in here and do some more work. Alright, push on through. Yeah, just forget that. Push through. Let's hit the organ gun. Where's Bilius? Lost track of him here. Okay, he's just pounding some dwarf skulls. Alright, I think we're gonna bail out our Chosen there. We've pushed back a considerable portion of their skirmishing contingents. Gonna send some help into the infantry fight. We've got very powerful infantry, but let's take this dwarf threat pretty seriously because it is serious.
Arcane torment awaits. Kill them.
Excellent. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm going to bombard this area.
Balefire.
Likely to cause a little bit of damage to my own, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. Drop that over here too.
The scheme of servants.
Awesome. Some Iron Breakers here. I really don't want my Demon Spew involved with them. There's a pretty tough bunch of dwarves up front here. Let's bring our Sorcerer that way and lend a hand. We've pretty much disrupted all of their skirmishing contingents.
Their purpose is served.
Let's get after these Trollhammers. You will chase this other stuff. Okay, how are we doing? What happened to my dual weapons? That will help, actually. It might hit my own. It's a risk I'm going to take at this point. Drop that right in the middle of the Dawi. Oh, be nice to me. That's not nice. It went right through my own. Okay, let's send the spawn over here to help. I got my Sorcerer board up, or my Sorcerer, not Sorcerer board. Drop a bombardment right there.
Your mortal magics are nothing.
That's right.
Mutation is a gift.
Actually, you guys go get them. I chase this stuff down. It's another bombardment. And looks like we got these guys handled. Should, yep, there we go. Terrified. Got the route. And Kholek puts the Dawi in their place, and now it's time for him to show you how to get rich. Alright, so here we are on the campaign map. I am making almost 11,000 favor per turn, and that's including the giant army you see here, paying the upkeep on it. So how am I making so much cash? Let me walk you through what I did, and how if you're going to play some Kholek campaign, and maybe this applies to others as well, but let's take a look here. So, if we jump over, I can show you what I did. So the Challenge Stone was the first Dark Fortress that you take. Now fortunately as Kholek, there's going to be an opportunity to get into a whole bunch of these Dark Fortresses. In fact, once you get the Challenge Stone, if you want, you can double back north. You'd have to take on Archaon early, which I'm actually about to do now a little later, but you can take the Plans of Zanbaizhan, or the Plains of Zanbaizhan, sorry, and that'll be another Dark Fortress site. And then, if you go further south, there are several more Dark Fortress sites. Nangao is a Dark Fortress site. Fortress of Eyes is one. Bloodwind Keep is another. And then over here, that which under control of Village, was the Red Fortress. And then Weijin is another Dark Fortress site. And when you get these Dark Fortress sites, if you build this building in each one of them and then upgrade it all the way, you can get 1,000 favor per turn, and then you can upgrade that by using these other buildings as well, which are going to add even more income from your vassals. So you can build these up essentially and start making a ton of money. Now you might say, Air, but you only have one army. What I do, though, in order to keep my money high and being able to spend it all making my economy continually stronger, is I keep a second army on standby, and then I can build it up with gifted units or just warband recruitment or whatever, right? So you just build it up quickly just to hold forces out of your key settlements. I don't need to keep a second army at any given time because really all the focus is with Kholek. Now, again, this is all about being rich with Kholek. And that's how you do it, folks. You focus on going and grabbing all those Dark Fortress sites. It doesn't matter if someone else from Chaos owns it. Kick their butt. I mean, you're Chaos anyway, right? So there aren't really any rules. So kill them, take their Dark Fortress site, build up this building chain right here that you see. It's the one that starts with raid trophies, then spoils of war, loot heap, and then on to treasure house. Build those up, put defenses in these places, and you'll have well-defended fortress sites that are making you tons of cash. It's extremely difficult. I mean, look, an enemy would have to come and tear through all these chosen units in a garrison, which would be extremely difficult for them to do. And then you can also use your vassals. So see how I've given my vassals commands here to come and settle certain areas where I'm worried about my enemies. So say, like, for instance, Nakai declared war on me recently. I can give them, are they not at war with them? Not a shared enemy. Somehow they're not at war with Nakai, even though I am. Don't really understand that, but you can give these guys orders. So see how I've had them come in and occupy some of these settlements to create a buffer and to make things difficult for those who I am at war with. In any case, let's drop that down and let's go up here. I'm here to show you how to get rich, and I wouldn't be much of a guide if I didn't show you how to get even richer. So here we are. We're going to go attack the plains of Zanbaijin, and we're going to take this off our Kaon. He's not even here to defend it, so well done, Everchosen. And there you go. I've got another Dark Fortress site. I'm just going to occupy it. That way we can take it, and wow, our Kaon was not taking good care of the house here. I'm going to go ahead and put the growth building in. And there we go. See, I'm already making another 400 favor. So now we're up to 11,634 per turn. And then you can take that money because buildings are very expensive for Kholek, very expensive. And you can use it to build those expensive buildings. You can basically just go all in. What I do is I make sure to keep around 10,000 just in case we have like a travesty at the end of a turn. We're able to keep things moving for a turn or two until I get it figured out. Check it out. See, we're being attacked by Nakai's faction. Yes, this is his faction. But see, this is just a minor settlement, so this is not a big deal to me. I didn't have any real money wrapped up in that, so it's the Dark Fortress sites that I have to hold, and that's why you saw my second army sitting at Weijin, because Weijin is actually a little vulnerable at the moment. In case Nakai shows up with a large army, I need to be able to defend it. The rest of my settlements are going to be incredibly difficult for the AI to take, and I'm not worried about them. And you can do that by, once you take these, I do focus on growth and income first, and then as soon as it builds up, I put in some additional income capability, essentially. Let's see, so, oh, there's another one up here, the Writhing Fortress. So folks, we aren't done getting rich yet. We aren't done getting rich yet. I'll be back in a couple of turns, and we'll go take the Writhing Fortress off of our Kaon and make ourselves even more stupid wealthy. So Kholek is apparently a banker. You just didn't know it. Alright, so it's a few turns later, and I'm converging on our Kaon, and he decides that he can attack me with tons of reinforcements, and he thinks he can actually win, and that's pretty funny because despite having a ton of reinforcements, his troops are pretty hopelessly outmatched by the quality of my own. So let's get in here, kick his butt, and send the Everchosen packing. I mean, this is a pretty big battle, so it should... Alright, it's time to get the battle started. Let's move up our cannon, pick some targets to destroy. I'm going to move my infantry up, and then I've got Kholek running with a very brutal squad of cavalry and monstrous cavalry over there. Let you get a close look at some of my units as we're moving in. Got Bilious Thundergruff there, which is our Nurgle-inspired giant. We've got the Demon Spew here, the Weird Spawn. We've got some good stuff. Some Warriors of Tzeentch. Chosen of Khorne with dual weapons, our Hell Cannon. Chosen with great weapons. And then we've got our Claws here. I can't remember the exact... Severed Claw, Aspiring Champions. We've got the Swords of Chaos over here. We've got the Summoners of Rage. We've got the Knights of the Brazen Throne, Skull Crushers. So, I mean, we have got some really, really tough units. Check out the Swords of Chaos here. So, we got some amazing units in this army. So, our Chaon's army is, unfortunately for him, not so well equipped. And he is going to be in some pretty significant danger. At the moment, I'm still moving my Hell Cannon further into range. The AI is doing its constant reforming number here. It looks like some of the reinforcements are going to come on from a different direction. That's fine. We should be able to handle most of them are coming from here. But basically, we're going to pin our Chaon between our infantry and all of our monsters. We're in range of this blob, so let's go ahead and unleash. Reinforcements are almost here.
Chaos Knights!
They've got the Swords of Chaos as well. Gonna have some hot Swords of Chaos on Swords of Chaos action. That's out of the way. Some piercing, or some searing doom, I think. But he just threw at us. Gonna be some Spirit Leech here. All right, trying to get my units up here. Should be able to use Kholek to clean up just a little bit of this blob here. Let's go ahead and drop that. It's like they've gone all in over here against me, and that's fine. We're taking a little bit of damage there. Let's take the... no, the cannon's gonna get singled out here. Let's get rid of these doggos.
For the Dark Gods! Warriors of Tzeentch!
And then let's keep sending reinforcements over here. Where's my leaders? I left them in the back.
Seeking victims.
Chaos Sorcerer over there. Okay, what's going on over here? Looks like our Chaon, who has to use a Shield of Tzeentch to protect himself, is over here trying to fight me. It's not exactly going well for him. These units in here. Start cleaning up some Forsaken.
Kill, maim, burn!
Swords of Chaos. Thunder Gruff.
Hordes of Chaos!
Once again, my Chosen of Khorne with dual weapons seem to be getting kind of pooped on early. Not 100% certain why. Alright, once my Fire Sorcerer is up a little closer, we'll drop some help over here into this fight, but despite the fact that we're heavily outnumbered, we're actually still in pretty darn good shape. I'm going to take this risk here and just go ahead and beat up a bunch of Archaon's forces. It's going to hurt some of my own troops probably like it does every time I use it, but I'm kind of hoping it'll hurt them worse than me. It did okay. It wasn't amazing. Kholek's starting to disappoint me a little over here against Archaon. He still hasn't killed the Never Chosen. I mean, come on, it's just Archaon. Finish him, Kholek. Looks like he's about to. Another good hit or two. Oh yeah, he's down to 82 hit points. Boom! The Never Chosen.
So be it.
Oh, he is gone.
Bring a tempest.
Let us get in here. We've got his army on the ropes now because they've lost their leader, and I'm gonna push harder. No, let's bring Thunder Gruff over here. He's got a nice
Where chaos commands.
debuff that should take place. Let's get down here, help fight this out. So yeah, look, most of his army's running away, so we should be able to just get him to cut and run. I think they went and took out my cannon. Yeah, they did. Didn't have enough units to protect the cannon. That's no big deal. We've got the Soul of Damnation available to us for later as well. It's funny, they've got like all the same units as me. It's like a giant mirror matchup right now. They've all got like the exact same regiments of renown here. There's an exalted hero over here who's putting up quite a fight.
Hero. I don't
Get
fail.
rid of him, and then let's see. Can I reach over here with that? Not quite. That one will do. Bombard those units, get them up out of there. Alright, we are crushing through here. Let's move up reinforcements. Thundergruff. Still a little bit of a fight going on back here with some Chaos Warriors, but that's not really the end.
Skull crushers of God.
My Skull Crushers are getting a little bit thrashed
For the
here.
dark gods. Visit destruction.
They ended up in a lot more of a fight than I think they ever wanted to be. Let's keep pushing over here. That way we can push our advantage with the terror routing, because we are definitely getting a huge leadership hit to all these units right now. And anything that can terror route, I want it terror routed.
Dark Prince's minions!
My chariots have kind of gotten buried in the middle of this fight, where there's a lot of baddies. Protect them a little, and let's Flaming Sword of Ruin in here. Slide back down. Basically just help all my units finish this off quickly. Yeah, see, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking to just cause complete, total breakdown of leadership, and that is what we've accomplished so far. It hasn't been without cost to us. We've certainly taken some losses in certain aspects, but nothing we can't handle here. Let's pick more units to keep protecting. Having trouble even diving down into this fight. There you go, get in there and finish them. And then the rest of their troops should just rout. They're not going to be able to hold up the leadership. So that's kind of what I'm counting on here, is that everything else they have left will rout in the face of army losses. All right. And I think that'll do, folks. That is going to be a massive Kholek victory here over the much more numerous foes that Archaon fielded. He's also got Thundergruff coming in. Oh, these units show Shattered. Thundergruff does not. Okay, it's because there's some spawn over here. That makes sense. Let's take Kholek's little cousins and Kholek ahead of the pack, and we should be able to deal with this. Some of my other units, which are a little bit closer to death, probably keep them back. Okay.
Chaos Sorcerer! I am exalted!
I'm gonna dive bomb Bilius here, see if we can pull in the spawn, and then I'll hit him with the giant piercing bolts. I have plenty of magic to pull it off, so I'm gonna use my few sorcerers as a bit of bait here. Let's see if we can call in.
I won't fail. Clean magic.
There we go. Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and call down that bombardment.
Let us bring about an infernal
Get into these spawn. They shouldn't last very long. Go ahead and put the summoners here, and we'll just get rid of these spawn quickly. Yep. That bombardment did well. Took out a small chunk of spawn there. Let's go ahead and protect our sorcerer. Overcasting's a bit risky here, because if it miscasts, we're going to pay for it, and it did. So we paid a bit of a price there. That sucks. But we should be able to pound these spawn out of here. Let's try and get our sorcerer back. He's taken a bit of a beating. I want to lose him here at the very end. We've managed to get rid of all these spawn over here, except for these last 3 models, and they're very close to being deleted. Yeah, we lost our sorcerer there just for a moment, because he's taken a lot of damage, but our exalted hero is holding up fine. He's even still calling us a mortal fool because he's so happy with the situation. Yeah, dragon ogres are very much at home in the fight against spawn. This is not a concern. Kholek will do extremely well versus these targets. The only thing that stinks is he's got some wounds, obviously, from There we go. Yeah, you can see the damage just pouring into those spawn. Man, this Exalted Hero, man, he is tough. Even for a Manticore character, like, he's managed to take quite a beating here, and good to tell us about it. Well, that's it, folks. That's the end of Archaon's forces. He just had several spawn units left, and the good thing about the spawn units being forced to fight is that they are all now dead, and they won't be there to resist us when this is all over. Alright, so here is our afterwards breakdown. I'm going to replenish my troops so that we'll be in good condition to finish off the fortress, because we've rid Archaon of a fair number of his forces, and he will be reeling somewhat after that big loss there. But he still had a number of troops in the vicinity. I think he had his army, a reinforcing army, and then the garrison. Oh yeah, there's still a mess here. So it looks like they replaced him with a different warlord, and I'm gonna need to attack him yet again. Looks like I can pull a warband from out of here, so that's pretty awesome. Then just throw a chaos warrior in here. Let's attack, and it looks like this is gonna be a fairly straightforward victory for Kholek. Replenish his forces yet again, and that means the fortress is ours. We're going to occupy and vassalize the local Norskins. So look at that, folks. Picked up yet another fortress. This one doesn't have the right building trees in it, so I'll tear that one down and we'll put it in. And but as you can see, we'll be at over 13,000 income as a Chaos faction. And of course, you can choose. Now see over here how we're being approached by Nakai very suddenly with a rather sizable force, which is making him feel pretty comfortable. But see, we can come over here, we can get some of these gifted units, and then I can come into the warband recruitment and just pick up anything else we can here. It's not a ton, but it allows me to essentially get in and pick up some units quickly, and now Nakai will have a difficult time overcoming this garrison, and see if he gets too close. I can push back, and I'll have the garrison to help me defeat him as well. So there you go, folks. That's how you can run big money with Kholek. Like I said, you didn't know the Dragon Ogre was a banker, but indeed he is. Hope y'all enjoyed this one. HeirofCarthage signing out. I'll see you soon with some more action in Total War Warhammer 3.